Welcome back to AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. I'm Meiji and I'm honored to continue this journey with you. This time, flowing with the sacred cycles of nature. Living in Rhythm is a 4-part exploration of how to live, heal, and expand in harmony with the Earth's seasons. Just as the tides rise and fall, we too move through rest, growth, release, and renewal. This season, we tune into the wisdom of the wheel. Spring's awakening, summer's radiance, autumn's letting go, and winter's quiet return. Through energy, intuition, and rituals, we'll explore how to plant seeds of intention, shine in our fullness, release with grace, restore in stillness. This isn't about forcing change, it's about listening to the rhythms that already live within you. You are nature, you are sacred rhythm. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, reconnect, and realign with your own intuitive cycles, guided by Earth's wisdom. So take a breath, feel your feet on the earth, sense the seasons you're in, and let's walk this spiral path together. Welcome back to Living in Rhythm. This is episode 23, Element of Spring, Earth, Fertility, Foundation, and New Life. Last episode, we explored creative flow, the gentle emergence that happens after integration. When the nervous system softens, expressions begin to move again. But expression alone doesn't sustain growth. In spring, bloom is only half of the story. The other half is earth, fertility, foundation, new life that can actually last. It's one thing to feel inspiration, it's another to build soil that can hold it. Earth energy asks a different question than creative flow did. Creative flow asks what wants to move, what feels alive, what is ready to be expressed. And that was very important. But Earth asks something steadier. Not what wants to move, but what can support what's moving. If something new is emerging in your life, a relationship, a habit, a creative idea, a boundary, a new way of structuring your days, Earth energy asks, do you have the time for this? Do you have the space for this? Do you have the system that will protect it when motivation fades? Because inspiration is exciting, but sustainability is quiet. Spring isn't just upward energy, it's downward energy too. Roots growing quietly beneath the surface, structures stabilizing before expansion accelerates. Before we go further, let's anchor. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the pressure where your body meets support. Chair, ground, mattress. Take a slow inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Creative flow floats, earth grounds. Today is about grounding what's blooming so it doesn't exhaust you later. What earth energy actually is. Earth energy is often misunderstood as slow or stagnant, but earth is not passive. Earth is generative. Soil is alive. Beneath the surface, there's constant activity. Microorganisms collaborating, roots communicating, decompositions feeding new growth, structure forming around invisible processes. It doesn't look dramatic from above, but it's incredibly active underneath. Fertility is not just about abundance, it's about preparation. You don't plant seeds into rocks. You don't rush a field before it's tilted. You don't scatter seeds everywhere and hoping something sticks. You prepare the ground first. And in human terms, Preparation looks ordinary. Earth energy might look like going to bed at roughly the same time most nights, even when you don't feel like it. Looking at your finances instead of avoiding them. Clearing one small area of your home so it feels breathable. Saying no to something that would stretch you too thin. Scheduling your week before it feels itself. Eating meals consistently so your blood sugar isn't running your mood. Following through on one small commitment you made to yourself. It's not glamorous, but it is foundational. Earth energy is the part of you that asks, can I sustain this? Is my body supported? Is my time protected? Is my energy accounted for? Without earth, fire burns out, air scatters, water floods, earth holds. After a period of internal reorganization, like we've been exploring this season, it can feel tempting to leap into action. You feel clearer, lighter, motivated, and that's beautiful. But spring wisdom says, plant carefully, plant intentionally, plant in prepared soil, because not every idea needs to be planted. Sometimes an idea is just information. Sometimes it's a test impulse. Sometimes it's excitement looking for somewhere to go. Fertility also means discernment. Healthy soil cannot support infinite seeds. If you try to grow everything at once, nothing matures fully. Earth energy asks, what am I willing to tend consistently? Not intensely, but consistently. That's what allows new life to last. Fertility versus overwhelm. There's a difference between being fertile and being overloaded. They can look similar on the surface. Both can come with ideas, energy, possibility, but they feel very different in the body. Fertility feels steady, hopeful, quietly energized, rooted. There's movement, but it's contained. You feel capable of tending what's emerging. Overwhelm feels different. Pressured, scattered, brittle, rushed. It feels like too many seeds in your hands, too many taps open, too many directions pulling at once. Fertility expands your capacity. Overwhelm exceeds it. Earth energy moves at a sustainable pace. It values cycles. You water consistently, not excessively. You check the soil, not obsessively. You give sunlight, and you also allow darkness. There is rhythm. Overwhelm ignores rhythm. It says, do it all now. Capitalize on the momentum. Don't miss the window. But roots do not respond to panic. They grow in darkness, in repetition, in time. Ask yourself, if I continue this pace, is it sustainable for 3 months, 6 months, a year? Would my body still feel steady? Spring excitement can create unrealistic pacing. You feel alive again. You want to use the energy. You don't want to waste it. But excitement is not the same as readiness. Place one hand on your belly. Breathe slowly. Notice, is your breath moving fully or does it stop short? Ask gently, does this new idea feel rooted or reactive? Rooted ideas feel grounded even when they stretch you. Reactive ideas often come with urgency. They feel like relief, like escape, like if I just build this, change this, start this, I won't have to feel that. Sometimes what looks like expansions is actually avoidance dressed as growth. Earth does not escape, it stays, it deepens, it tolerates stillness long enough for clarity to form. If something cannot survive patience, it may not be ready for planting. Fertility is not how much you can grow, it's how well you can tend. Before we move into the practice, notice where you are. Are you seated, lying down, or walking? Take a deep breath in, and a long, slow sigh out. Somatic practice, rooting what's emerging. If it feels safe and accessible for you, this next practice will be most supportive standing. If standing isn't available to you, you can adapt this seated. The intention is grounding, not posture. Take a slow inhale. Exhale fully. Let your nervous system register that we're shifting from listening into embodiment. If you're standing, come to a comfortable position. Place your feet about hip width apart. Let your arms rest naturally on your side. Soften your knees slightly, not bent deeply, just unlocked. Before doing anything else, pause. Notice the surface beneath your feet, floor, carpet, grass, concrete. Feel the temperature, the texture, the steadiness. Take a slow inhale, and as you exhale, gently press your feet into the ground. Not forcefully, just enough to feel resistant pushback. That resistance is support. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale, press gently downward. You don't have to imagine anything dramatic, but if it feels natural, sense energy moving downward rather than upward. Let your weight distribute evenly between both feet. Now begin a very small sway forward and back. Nothing exaggerated, just enough to notice the shift in pressure between the balls of your feet and your heels. Forward, back, forward, back. Gradually reduce the sway. Notice the point where your body feels most balanced. Where you're not leaning forward into effort and not falling back into collapse. That's your center of gravity. Earth energy is about returning to center again and again. Not holding it rigidly, returning. Let the body grow still. Place one hand on your lower belly if that feels grounding. Take a slow breath. Then ask yourself, what am I willing to tend daily? Not perfectly, not intensely, daily. It might be one consistent bedtime, a morning walk, 15 minutes of focus work, one honest boundary, a weekly financial check-in, preparing meals ahead, drinking enough water. Choose one, not 5. Run. Fertility strengthened through repetition. Let your body memorize the feeling of standing here, steady, supported. Take one slow inhale and a longer exhale. Feel your feet again, the contact, the pressure. Notice your spine, upright but not rigid. Notice your jaw, your shoulders. Let them soften slightly. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. Nothing else you need to build. Just this steadiness. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, allow your gaze to gently lift if it's lowered. Let your awareness widen into the room around you. The walls, the light, the space holding you. You're not just growing upward, you're going downwards, stabilizing. From this place of steadiness, let's talk about why foundations matter more than momentum. Foundations create freedom. There is a myth that structures restrict creativity. In reality, structure protects it. Think about it this way. When your calendar has no boundaries, every request feels urgent. When your finances are unclear, every expense feels destabilizing. When your sleep is inconsistent, every opportunity feels heavier than it should. Without a stable base, every new opportunity feels like a threat to balance. Roots allow branches to stretch. Foundations allow innovation. When your nervous system trusts your routines, when it knows you will sleep, eat, rest, follow through, you have more energy available for growth. For example, recently I was out late celebrating Lunar New Year. I didn't get much sleep. The next day, my body was tired. In an earlier season of my life, I would have pushed through, tried to complete everything on my list, forced productivity to maintain momentum. But that isn't earth energy. Earth energy listens. So instead of pushing, I adjusted. I shifted what could be moved. I kept what truly needed to be done and allowed my body to recover. That's not laziness. That's capacity awareness. Foundation creates freedom because they allow flexibility without collapse. When your life has structure, you can bend without breaking. You don't spend as much energy racing. Earth energy is not about rigidity. It's not about overscheduling. It's not about controlling every variability. It's about reliability. The kind of reliability that says, I will show up for what I plant. Reliability builds self-trust, and self-trust builds capacity. When you trust yourself to tend what you started, you can say yes to expansion without fear of collapse. Ask yourself, where in my life do I need more soil? Is it in my schedule, my finance, my sleep, my boundaries, my physical space? Where am I trying to bloom without rooting? Pause with that. It's okay if the answer is simple. In fact, it probably is. Earth prefers simple. Water the same plant at the same time each day. That's how force begins. Integration reflection. If you have your journal nearby, gather it now. Take a slow inhale, longer exhale. Write, what in my life needs strengthening before expanding? Pause here and allow the words to fall freely onto the page. Next question, what does fertile feels like in my body? Heavy, calm, stable, supported. Again, pause here and allow the words to fall freely onto the page. And finally, what is one foundational habit I am ready to commit to for the next 30 days? Keep it small, keep it realistic. Pause here if you need more time. And when done, circle it. This is your root. Creative flow blooms more fully when it's held by structure. Closing. Spring is not just the seasons of flowers. It is the seasons of preparation. It is the season of soil warming slowly, of seeds swelling quietly underground, of life reorganizing beneath the surface before it becomes visible. Your growth does not need to be rushed. It needs to be rooted. Take one last slow inhale and a long, steady exhale. Feel your body in the space around you. Let's seal the space with 3 grounding breaths. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale gently through the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale steady and unhurried. One more, inhale. Long exhale. Notice the weight of your body, the steadiness beneath you. This is what holds new life. In our next episode, we'll explore the inner maiden, joy, curiosity, and trust, and how renewal begins when the body feels safe enough to stay open. Until then, tend gently, build steadily, let your foundation hold you. Bye. Thank you for journeying with me through another episode of AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. May today's reflections help you feel more connected to the earth beneath you, the seasons you are in, and the sacred rhythm that lives within your soul. As we learn to live in tune with nature's cycles, we remember that healing isn't linear. It's a spiral, a dance, a deepening. If this episode resonated with your heart, please subscribe, share it with a loved one who might need it, and leave a comment. I truly love hearing how these frequencies land for you. You can connect with me on Instagram and YouTube at AquaSea Healing Frequency, or explore more healing tools and resources through my course on Think. Let the earth be your guide, and may your journey unfold in perfect rhythm. Until next time, may you move with grace, grow with intention, and always come home to your center. With love, Meiji.